Good morning, guys. What's up? It's Mike. Let's talk about this Cowboys Eagles game last night. Just want to say, look at this hat, guys. Come on, get you a noggin, balls. Come on, guys. Look at it. First, let me start off, dude, by Jalen Carter. Dude, how can you how can you get kicked out of the game without even playing one down? That is horrible. That is selfish. You hurt your team last night. And I don't know what the NFL is going to do. They're probably just going to fine him. I don't think he's been in any trouble since he's been in the league. I mean, this is only starting the second season, but I know he stayed in trouble at Alabama, and a lot of that got swept under the rug. But there's no excuse for what he did. I don't care what Prescott did beforehand, what Prescott said to him. There's no excuse for that. If I was the commissioner, I'd fine him. I'd suspend him for the whole year. He's gone. Shit like that they need to do something about that. That is horrible. That is horrible for him to do something like that, to be so selfish and hurt his team like that. Enough about that. I just feel like that was some bullshit. But anyway, let's go over some stats and then we'll talk a little more about the game. All right. Time of possession. Cowboys 25 minutes, Eagles 35. So 10 minutes more time of possession for the Eagles. First downs was Cowboys 22, Eagles 20. Total yards was 307 by Dallas, 302 by Philly. Passing yards was 188 from Dallas, 144 for Philly. Rushing was 119 for Dallas, 158 for Philly. Penalties were 4 against Dallas. Philly had 9 penalties. 9 penalties. Return yards, 101 yards for Dallas, 32 for Philly. Total plays was 56 for Dallas, 62 for Philly. Yards per play was 5.5 for the Cowboys and 4.9 for Philly. And turnovers was 1 Dallas. That was the fumble in the red zone, which was a killer. Philly had 0 turnovers. So I talked about the turnover battle in one of my other videos, and there was a theme for week 1 college, and here it starts off with the NFL week 1 first game turnovers. Like I said, Cowboys had 1 and Philly had 0, but the Cowboys fumble was in the red zone. They probably were going to score a touchdown, and the boy fumbles it. That's a backbreaker right there. That's at least 3 points off the board. But yeah, I just watching the game. My take from it: Dak Prescott played pretty good. Pickens really wasn't a factor in the game. I only think he had a couple catches. But in my opinion, CD Lamb cost the Cowboys the game. He's dropping the ball all night long. I mean, he made some catches, but at least 2 major catches. We're talking down the field catches, 20, 30, 40-yard catches. He's dropping them. That is what cost the Cowboys the game. CD Lamb dropping balls. Cowboys played good enough to win the game, but CD Lamb did not. And I know he apologized and said it would never happen again and all that, but big players step up in big games. This was a big game. This was a rivalry game. This was a divisional game. If Dallas could have come out with this victory, it'd have been went a long way with them. But we're talking about, the Cowboys. Whenever a must win, it really wasn't a must win for them, but we all know when it's usually a must win, they kind of fold a little bit. And it's usually been Prescott. But Prescott played pretty good. CeeDee Lamb let the boys down tonight. I think they held Barkley a little bit, which I said I think they would go around the ends, and that's how they started the game off, running the ball around the ends, and they were getting pretty good yardage. And it seemed like the rest of the night, Philly wanted to run up the middle when they just got Clark from Green Bay, who's a run stopper in the middle. I just don't understand that play calling when you're having success going around the ends. Do some screens. Come on. Philly's not going to repeat as Super Bowl champions if they continue to play like this. The play calling was horrible for Philly, I think. Philly's receivers, A.J. Brown had, one or two catches the whole game? And his first catch was the second half, the third quarter, I believe it was. Philly's not going to be able to repeat as Super Bowl champions, or they're not even going to make it to the Super Bowl if they play like this. So, got to give a little bit of credit to the Cowboys. Their defense is decent. Like I said, they held the receivers. I don't think either one of them, Smith or Brown, had more than 3 catches, I don't think. So they shut them down pretty good. But yeah, the Cowboys came out. They were ready to play. I was shocked that, Schottenheimer had them ready to play. But yeah, CeeDee Lamb let them down. That's just my opinion, guys. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, guys. Tell me if y'all think that CeeDee Lamb cost Cowboys the game. Tell me what y'all think about the game. I think that's going to be it for today. Please like and subscribe to my channel so I can keep giving you content. I'm just excited. They got the game tonight, Kansas City and the Chargers in Brazil. So we see how they look. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Later.